Hey there, CPO here, and I want to show you a product from GritPerformance that I have in the overclocked JKU. So usually I start out showing you the product and its benefits before I mess with it. But this one, I cheated. I've been running this thing in the back of the Jeep because I needed it, right? So what I want to show you is that cargo net. So check it out. And make sure you watch this video to the end because I came up with a cool idea that you're going to want to see. First, it comes in this nice little carry bag, which I have not used the bag because I pulled it immediately out and then started using it in the Jeep. But this is it. This is the GritPerformance Cargo Net. It has a nice 2x2 grid construction, very heavy duty sort of bungee material, and it's got these adjustable plastic clips. You know, I don't know how much to say to try and convince you that this is an awesome bungee, but compared to the other bungees that I've used, for the value, for the cost, this thing is pretty awesome. I used to use Harbor Freight bungees, and quite frankly, they were always lacking. The clips would often break prematurely, and as a matter of fact, I think I've got one over here somewhere. Here's an old Harbor Freight bungee. Comes with these clips, but they don't seem to last very long. I always break them off, and so that I end up using carabiners or other things to hold them. The other thing about this, which, you know, depending on the application isn't that big of a deal, but it has these huge squares. So it's not really good at securing smaller loose items as this the GritPerformance one. So that stays in the garage. That's the backup bungee net. This thing works well for securing cargo on tops of vehicles. It's not just a Jeep bungee net. It will work on trailers, securing loads, and you can see how I have it set up to hold, like, I keep bottled water in here. I've got a bag with some gear in it, and it's basically just to hold down whatever I want to stuff in the back here when the top's off, so that things don't go flying. You can use these holes in the clips to secure to things like carabiners or other clips, so that's kind of handy. The other thing that's really cool is these are removable, so you can put them wherever you want them. So let's say that middle spot wasn't a best point for securement, you could just move it. I'm just doing this with one hand, but there you go. It's now moved to a new location, so you don't have to use them exactly where they are. Let me show you how I have this here in the Jeep. So as you can see, I've got this one sort of secured using my Justice Off-Road Molly tailgate panel just to hold it. And then I'm using my Tiedowns here in the back by default that are there. I've got one strapped over here on the gas can. The other one is tucked down here. I've got a ratchet strap that runs around the side for random uses. That's there. And on the back side, I'm using my Bartack seat covers as anchor points. But you can use whatever you have available to you. There are anchor points down below there. So this thing in its uncompressed state will be about 16 inches by 32 inches, but it will stretch out to be 35 by 70. So pretty decent size. You can see here I'm using a carabiner to hold it down here to this anchor point. See how nice I am? I'm taking this whole thing apart just to show you guys. And that's going to mean I've got another anchor point over here. Yes, indeed, and another carabiner. That's what's nice about those little holes in the clips. All right, so I just figured out something cool that I want to show you. So check this out. This net now completely covers the cargo area, and I'm using my hardtop mounting hardware to do it. So this is really cool. Let me show you here. Basically, I have these quick disconnects, quick thumb screws for my hardtop. And as it turns out, they fit perfectly through the hole in the GritPerformance bungee hook, including this little washer thing right here. So this is what I use. I bought these, I don't know, on Amazon. But pretty much whatever hardware you have for your hardtop will fit right inside that hole, right? So I'm just going to screw this down, let that washer go inside the hole, and then these little wings on the thumb screw will actually be what holds the hook in place, so it's not going anywhere. And check it out. So in the back here, I'm using the same carabiner hook on each side, so that sort of secures it on the back half. This covers and wraps around the roll bar even to secure everything. So if I stick something down in here, it should be fairly well protected. And then as far as this part, I just ran a bungee from one hook to the other and used that as hook points for the front. So this actually came from the other side. I didn't need it, so I brought it over here because these are adjustable and changeable. I just pulled it off that side, put it right here, so I've got 3 running down the front. And now I've got a nice little tie-down system. It keeps the honest people honest, right? It's not going to be so easy to reach in and grab my bag. They're going to have to figure out how to disassemble. And of course, when you close the tailgate, it becomes a little bit harder. So at this point, you're either unscrewing these or cutting it, which, I mean, if you're a criminal and you want my stuff that bad, go ahead. But yeah, so, but more importantly, it keeps everything from flying out of the back of the Jeep. So that is now how I'm running the GritPerformance Bungee Cargo Net, because that's pretty freaking awesome. All right, and there it is, the GritPerformance Cargo Bungee Net. So probably the most important thing you need to know about this is it actually comes with a lifetime money-back guarantee. So that's a big deal. You go on and you register, and then they will back up their claim. This is their quote, right? That this bungee net is the best on the market. You can rest easy with your purchase. Simply register your product when you receive it and let us know if you ever experience an issue, even if it's years from now. That's a pretty bold statement. And you know, I know the guys at GritPerformance, and I believe they're going to back it up. So it also comes with, if I didn't say this, 12 of these clips. So versus some other systems that will come with fewer, 12 gives you a lot of options for securing your load with the bungee net. Go check it out. It's grit-performance.com, or you can find them on Amazon for purchase. grit-performance.com. Go check it out. This is well worth it. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.